pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Town of Union Board meeting, November 5th, 2025. Make sure this thing is off. Yes, it is. Let's see. Tonight we have a couple public hearings. Also, there are, if there's any left, we usually have agendas on the tables. It looks like most people have them. Welcome to all the students from Mr. Rindy's class, I assume? Oh, he retired? Oh my gosh, who's your teacher now? Miss Babcock. Okay, well, welcome.
You're showing your age.
Yeah, I guess I am. Two public hearings tonight. A public hearing was called Mr. Perfetti, go ahead.
Public hearing was called for on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025 at 7 p.m. to solicit input on the proposed amendments to Chapter 178, Sections 178-14, 15 and 16, Streets and Sidewalks, published and posted on October 26, 2025.
You've heard this notice of public hearing. At this time, we invite comments relative to this particular hearing only. Please note that there are other places on the agenda where you can address the town board, but for right now, this particular public hearing is what we would, if you'd like to comment on, you can. Please come up to the microphone, clearly state your name and address for the record, and is there anyone who wishes to speak at this public hearing today? No one? Okay. If not, then we'll call this public hearing to a close. Next public hearing, Mr. Perfetti.
Public hearing was called for on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025 at 7 p.m. to solicit public input for the 2026 preliminary budget, including the annual water fund, annual sewer fund, annual fire contracts, and fire protection districts, proposed tax cap override local law, and proposed 2026 annual salaries for certain elected officials of the Town of Union, published and posted October 26, 2025, and here is the preliminary budget.
Thank you. You've heard this notice of public hearing. At this time, we invite comments relative to this public hearing. Again, there are other places on the agenda where you can address the town board. But for now, if you have any comments on this particular public hearing, please come up to the microphone, clearly state your name and address. Is there anyone who would like to speak on the preliminary town budget? Okay, then if not, we're going to call this public hearing to a close. Bids, Mr. Augustini.
No bids tonight.
Approval of minutes, Mr. Augustini.
Motion to approve the minutes of the regular Town of Union Board meeting held on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025.
Second.
A motion has been made by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Bertoni to approve the minutes of the regular Town of Union Board meeting held on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. We now come to our first hearing of visitors. We allow 3 minutes per person, 15 minutes total. Please do not repeat any items that are previously brought up to the board. If you would like to come up and address the Town of Union Board, please do so now. Clearly state your name and address for the record. Is there anybody who'd like to speak to the town board tonight? Come in, Carol.
Carol, push the button on the back of the mic, would you?
Carol Laskowski, 37 Edward Street, Johnson City. Tonight is a good example of why I'm going to complain about what is going on with those lights. I remember Mr. Augustini a couple of years ago making a little presentation about the state not being able to detect what the problem is, but today, because I was late and rushing, and those lights are awful. They're up so high that the lumens don't get down to the street, and that's just here in Endwell. I've lived here like my whole life, and when it's dark and I'm coming from Johnson City, coming towards Westover, I have to actually slow down to see where is the entrance to the freeway, that sign that they so kindly put up about a year or so ago. Can anybody do anything about those lights? It is pitch black dark, and it was worse with the roads being wet.
Where is this?
I wasn't planning on saying anything tonight, but it was just the example that
What exact area are you talking about?
well, Westover, when you have to get on the entrance to get to 201, but the whole, like Georgia Highway, that whole area, I mean, oh, and as you're coming from the mall towards the circle, that whole area is all dark. It's just pitch black dark.
Well, they're all New York State.
I was gonna write a letter to Kathy, Mrs. Hochul. I get these delusions of grandeur that I think I'm gonna do all these things, but the state has got to do something about it.
The state can't keep them lit.
The
The
state what?
state cannot keep them lit. It's underground.
Right, that's what I just
They're all
said.
underground, and the cables keep shorting out, and they've tried and they tried, and they're to the point now where they're not gonna fix them.
I think it's like been going on like 5
Oh, it's
years.
been going on longer than that.
Well, I just said that, I was being
Yeah,
kind.
yeah, it's been going on for a long time.
I mean,
But
those lights on
they started
Congress-
shorting out, and when they started shorting out, they tried to fix them, and the DOT ran into all sorts of problems. They'd get them lit for a little while, and then they would short out again.
Oh,
So, they're done.
May I,
I don't know if you know, Carol, we pay the light bill, but we're not responsible to
well,
fix
I
them.
always thought that was a joke. I didn't think that you did pay.
Oh,
You mean you
yeah.
actually pay NICEAG for,
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We pay probably close to $1 million a year for streetlights to be on.
that calls for a
And-
cowabunga.
But outside, anything that's a state road, it's not or usually our responsibility to have anything to do with the lights. And some of those lights, again, it costs, I can't tell you how much it would cost to get them all on.
And like, when you get off the traffic circle and you get on the 201 to go towards the mall, it's just as dark. Well, not as bad. It gets more lit as you get closer to the mall area, but,
I think the big high ones are ours, right? The mass,
No, I don't think any of them are.
no, the high ones are.
It could be, I
Yeah,
know.
the high circles. Yep, on the circles. The actual circle off the exit, those big high ones, they're ours. And we actually gotta put new bulbs in those. But all the others on the actual 201, they're all New York State.
well, there's gotta be somebody in the state that, I don't know. There's gotta be a solution. And when I said 5 years, what do you think it is?
Oh, at least 10,
10?
15 years.
15? Oh, my
They had
goodness.
them fixed a couple years ago for.
Yeah,
about-
like I said, they
for-
would fix them, and
for
then
about
they
3
would short
years.
out again.
Well, like I say, I wasn't planning on saying anything, but that weather today is what prompted me to
Yeah. It's
get my
hard.
dander up.
I would call DOT, talk to them.
NYS
Yeah,
DOT?
New York State
Yeah,
DOT.
the guy's name is Andy Stiles.
What?
Andy Stiles. Stiles.
Oh, okay.
Andy Stiles, do you have the internet at home?
I have
Nope, did not retire to sit in front of a computer.
Okay, if you call Lenny, he's got his number.
That's okay. I know where the office
Actually,
is.
you know what? After the meeting, I have his number in my
Well,
phone.
I can take a ride at Barlow Road, that area, because I've been there once before.
Okay,
about
yeah,
s-
you know what?
I
You
know
go
the
see him.
I know the location.
We'll send you right there. You tell him you're right from the town of Union.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, come on up.
Hello, Raleigh Philbin. I live at 334 Broad Street in Waverly, but I wanted to talk about 24 George Street in Johnson City, Town of Union. That's our shop, Philbin Painting. And
sure, sure.
I wanted to touch base super quick about the properties to the east of us, which I believe you guys own, which is the green space. And wanted to kind of see what we could do to kick off the conversation, not here, wherever, about us, I would love to buy them and/or lease them so we can clean them up and have our own shop a little bit more presentable. We just, they just voted on it and we got accepted. We're purchasing the BAE parking lot
Oh,
to the
right,
left of
sure.
us.
Good.
So Joe Mayer's finalizing that for us hopefully by the end of the month, but we want to look at the lots to the east of us as well. So I know this is probably not the venue, but I just wanted to get up here and
I
throw that out
thought
there.
didn't we talk about some of those lots a couple years ago? I think Chip,
Yep,
a
yep.
couple years ago, he approached us, and I don't know if you know, we can't do anything with the FEMA lots.
Certainly. So, and I was talking with Alan just before I came up, but I guess depending on how they were purchased, depends on what they have to stay as. So they, if they're purchased with FEMA money, they only have to be as green space
Right,
perhaps.
they gotta be lawns or whatever, yeah.
And we have no problem with keeping them green space if we can maintain them so that they stay nice. What's kind of happened is, when the houses used to be there before the flood, it was a nice neighborhood, and then, you know, stuff happens, et cetera. But each year, it like creeps as to what I think it's, you guys probably hire it out, the mowing. It like creeps further away, and the jungle grows, so we don't care if we can build on it, we just want to ultimately be able to maintain it, would be ideal, so, whatever that looks like.
Wasn't Rose Pope involved?
She was.
Rose Pope was involved
Okay,
at one point, probably along with Chip, I'm not sure.
it was me,
Oh, it was?
yeah,
Okay.
Chip's my dad,
Well,
but,
bring it, have it brought back up again.
okay, should I shoot her an email?
Sure.
Awesome, I'll do that, and then we can see what we can go from
Because I
there.
remember we talked about it, and
Yeah,
then
we
it
did.
died.
We had a conversation.
Yeah, we
Okay.
talked about it, and then it kind of went away, and I don't know if it was when Chip got ill or what. you know.
Understood,
Okay.
understood, yeah, we're open to whatever, if we can, we'll mow it, we'll do whatever, we just would love it to look
Okay,
better.
we'll be happy to see if we can figure out something.
Isn't the rule, didn't we think the rule was if we did sell a FEMA property, we had to give the money back to FEMA,
Yeah.
right? So we don't have any skin in the game as to whether we don't want to sell it or do want to sell it, because it really doesn't have a lot to do with us. Our assumption was if it was a FEMA lot and you bought it, okay, that's good, but then we have to send the money back to them, which is okay.
And I think that might have been where a long-term lease might have been discussed or brought up too, from
That's right.
Rose.
That's
So
right.
we're open to
Because the
whatever.
problem with the lots were whatever the lien amount or whatever it cost, and the demolition of the property and everything is worth more than the lot was worth.
Certainly.
Those lots are worth maybe $5,000, but the demolition of the property might have been 20.
Yeah.
And therefore, the lot's 25, it's not worth the
Right,
cost.
I would
right.
talk to Rose.
We can
Yeah,
talk
I'll
about
do
it.
Talk
that.
to-
I'll
talk to
shoot her a
Rose,
message.
Bring it
and
back up again.
I'm on it.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
We can
Anybody else
talk.
tonight like to come up and speak to us?
To be honest, I feel a little foolish talking about this because I'm here representing about 25 senior young kids.
Name and address.
Dennis Chavez, 902 Springview Drive, Endicott. As you know or may not know, there was a group of about 25 seniors that used to play volleyball or plays volleyball at Highland Park, a program that used to be sponsored by Office for the Aging. Because of whatever reasons, they decided they weren't going to do it. The town graciously, I believe, offered the facility of Highland to continue to play. Recently, there's a proposal to change some fee structure. Again, we're talking about 25, probably about half of them are residents, half of them are not. Average age, 63, 64, maybe a little higher.
Quite a bit higher.
So,
He's being polite. He's being polite.
so one of the things that with this change structure that we're afraid of is that we're likely not going to have 25 of us. The first session was this past Monday. We had 12. I don't know how many are registered so far. And because of resident, non-resident, I understand the issues with the dollars and cents. But I also don't think the town wants to have a monthly fee that they're going to have to administer. They just seem kind of odd to us.
Can I stop you one second?
Yep.
Okay, we had a meeting this afternoon.
Yep.
And I'll just tell you what came out of that meeting, and then you can first, go on. Can we quiet down, please? Thank you. Okay, so we left the monthly fees the same, 15 not resident, $30 non-resident. But we added a season pass at
Okay.
quite a discount.
Okay,
The season pass is 6 months for $60.
okay,
So it's $10 a month for a resident. And it is double for a non-resident, $120 for the season, 6 months.
okay,
But that's 2 months free if you pay it up front.
Front.
If you already paid $15, we're gonna put that towards the season pass.
Right.
So you only owe 45 more.
okay,
But we feel that's very reasonable. I looked into renting you the space.
right,
And you getting your own insurance.
right,
It doesn't work.
okay,
It's way more expensive. But by paying $10 a month, you are then covered under our insurance policy.
Okay,
You do not need your own insurance.
Okay.
And it also helps us keeping the lights on and all that good stuff. So we do, and we're gonna do the same for the pickleball players.
Okay.
Everybody will have a similar fee structure.
okay,
But we think that $60 for 6 months is pretty cheap to
Okay.
use that gym for 3 hours twice a week.
right.
So that's what we've come up with, and that's it's on the agenda tonight to pass.
Okay, because I didn't see that on that extra piece that you mentioned.
We added it.
We just added it.
Okay,
We have another piece that I'm
Okay.
gonna read.
And so that's where we're at.
okay,
I mean, you can still discuss it if you want to, but we felt that was a real fair compromise.
I appreciate that, and just future reference, one, I apologize to the young lady that was there for whatever was said or not said. But I would suggest that, because in her mind, it was a different kind of group, I think. Because one of the things she said, well, you could play with 5 on a team. Our group cannot play with 5 on each side. So just get to know, before making any changes and proposed changes, be nice to have met the group before. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to speak to the town board tonight?
Jennifer Westerman, 113 Sky Island Drive, and this is in Endicott. This is a follow-up on Dennis, volleyball player also, and I just want to speak up for the non-residents that I would like to see that fee a little bit lower. Doubling it, I think, is a lot. I know that last year they were paying $10 a month, whatever it was. I mean, you quoted us $15 for residents. I think that's fair. I think the $60 season pass discount, I think that's great.
But it's only going up to 20 if they buy the season pass. Instead of 10 a month, it goes to 20.
That's still double. I'm saying that, I mean, I would like to see, if ours is 15, I think 20 would be a more fair thing than doubling it. Because we do actually count on a lot of those players, as Dennis said, probably about half the people. We're not overrun with non-residents. I get that. I mean, we protect our own, it's fair, we're paying the taxes, we should have a chance to sign up first. We do. We don't have that many people, with about half of them, and of course, not every week, every time, everybody's gonna be there. On a good day, we have maybe 16, 17 at best, maybe 18, but I would hate to price them out of it also, because it is a senior league. I mean, a lot of us, I don't want to cry poor mouth, but you're talking about, some fixed incomes. And we have the resources and can offer it, and I would like to see us do good with them. And I would just like to see that lowered a little bit.
Okay.
Thank
We'll
you.
take it under advisement. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else tonight?
Oh, yeah. So I'm here with, here's my son's assignment, but as long as I'm here, my name's Tom Szymanski, 222 Squires Ave, Endicott, New York. So as long as I'm here, I purchased 3 properties via auction, but the previous owner was Town of Union, and prior to purchasing the 3 properties, and they're just blocks away, it's 3120, 3122, and 3124 Argonne Ave. Prior to purchase at these auctions, I came in person, made videos, walked it off, came here to this building. I spoke with Morena Lane a number of times, Lou Cafario, showed him pictures, showed him videos, and then we came up with a plan, and I submitted the plan, and we just started hitting like walls, literal walls. Lou initially, prior to purchase, had told me that the Jersey barriers that are over there, there was a cul-de-sac, so there's pavement past those, that he would be willing to move those to grant me access. And I was applying for a fill permit, and we had a preliminary half a vote, and people are like, no, I like the plan. But then Morena Lane, 8 months, almost a year later, had said, hey, before you do any of this, we have to pump the brakes a little bit, because there's a 1982 aerial map that shows that there might be a wetland in a portion of these lots. So then I tossed out there, would I be able to fill just a portion of these But prior to that, I need to gain access. So then Lou was like, no, there's too many trashy people dumping everything over there. So I went over, I took it upon myself. I got about 8 dump trailer loads full of garbage and all types of things. I ran into everything as you could think of. And I brought them to Dunham Hill. So I cleaned up things a great deal over there, thinking I'm doing everyone, including myself, a service. My intention was to fill these 3 lots. I have a landscape business, and then I do some logging over the winter. And I was gonna offer them at cost to one of the 3 or all 3 of the adjacent properties where homeowners live. Everyone loved the plan, but then we just hit that wall. So then they recommended that maybe I look into some type of environmentalist and have a site evaluation. So I did that. I submitted that, and then they said that maybe that's not enough. You should call Army Corps of Engineers. They still haven't looked. It's still on like a plan type of thing. But at this point, probably my biggest issue is access would be my first thing. So Lou said that he would move the barriers, but then after purchase, months after, said, you know what, there's too much going on over here, so I don't want to move them. I offered to put in a gate on my dime, and Town of Union could have a key to it, and I would too, but just so I could have access. And he's like, I don't really want to get into this whole you and us thing, and I get that. So then I suggested that there's a FEMA property, that I would be willing to make a roadway through and maintain. So just gravel or what have you, and maintain it to gain access. And nothing's happened. He's like, I don't want to get into anything that has to do with the FEMA properties. Not that we have any skin into it, but these properties, kind of like you said, there was a lot of value there's a lot of dollars going into that whole, the whole demolition process and kind of preparing those to make them what they are. So I guess that's my thing, is
I
two and
don't
a-
even think you can put gravel down on a FEMA property.
It was
It's
just
against
an
the law.
idea.
Yeah, I know.
So for me, I guess my big question is I'm hoping for some open dialogue here, because it's been 2.5 years, and I've got the coin to pay taxes and things like that, but I haven't paid in a few months, because I'm thinking, if I can't if I can't break ground on anything here, then what's the point? So then I thought, you know what? I love to fish, and so does my son. So on the other side of town, there's 2 properties where I would just have to park and just make a parking area, and I could walk over the tracks and fish down the hill. I'd be okay with Town of Union just like make these 3 properties over here FEMA properties, or buy them from me and do what you want at the same cost I have into them, and then or maybe trade those ones. But I'm open to like anything here. I consulted a lawyer, and he's like, you have solid ground because you didn't purchase landlocked properties. So on paper, these weren't landlocked properties, but I've been denied access for 2.5 years.
This board.
It's weird.
I just want to say, this board isn't really the planning board. And a planning board is an independent board in the Town of Union.
Yeah.
They're not controlled by us, they're not, and everything you're saying really sounds to me like it should be being addressed at the planning level.
Okay.
Is there any other opinion here, guys?
No, but I was gonna say that instead of gravel, they do have those mats that you can put down that you're able to drive on, so you don't disturb the property. They have like a.
I'm familiar with them. I've
it's kinda-
installed. Yeah.
Yeah, so, because we had someone that wanted to park some cars on a FEMA property, but then the question was that they might dig it up and, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
disturb it. So one of the solutions was to look into those mats and
Yeah.
kind of lay instead of blacktop, you
Right.
put the mats down, and then they should be able to drive through there.
And I wouldn't want to ruffle any feathers, but the neighbors, they already have a fire pit on the FEMA property, and they park one of their cars there and put stone down and whatnot. And then the whole fill permit thing, I already pretty much got the fill permit, but then it was kind of pulled back because they're like, okay, you have to have all these things done. I'm jumping through all these hoops, all of which are costly, but still not being granted access to a property that wasn't landlocked upon purchase.
We have a new planning director, his name is Steve Carson. you might be able to reach out to Steve and have a sit down with him and talk to him about everything going on, and it can be revisited.
Yeah.
But none of that normally comes to this board.
Yeah, I just thought because of the
No, I
assignment,
understand,
why-
I understand.
It's been a question mark in my
It's-
mind, and I'm like, you know
it's-
what? I'll trade properties if Town of Union was okay
Well,
with it. And just call everything else a loss or something, I don't mind. You know, I just don't know what to do with them. I don't wanna keep paying for things I can't.
Sure, I
live
understand.
with.
Mark, you have any recommendations here?
No, he said it exactly right. It's a planning board issue at this point, so there's a process to go through with them, where you will go, put in your application.
I've gone through it.
There's also an appeals process. We have a zoning board of appeals. If you get to the point where you get an outright denial, then you take it to that next step. Your attorney
Yeah.
probably should have told you that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I did run into all this already, like actually Lou Fario, in person, when I showed the video in front of Morena Lane and a couple other people, he's like, oh, I don't mind giving you access, but then later on, in one of those meetings where I'm submitting plans, he's like, I don't recall ever seeing that, and I was like, oh, shame on you. But, no, I mean, yeah, I'm just at like a standstill there for 2.5 years, and that was all, yeah, so.
I understand it's frustrating. It's just, again, I can't even respond to you because I don't, it's not anything that's come across our desk
All right,
as
so
far
maybe
as.
if you had a card or a name and number, then I would take that.
Well, again, the new planning director is Steve Carson, and at the end, we're happy to give you his number.
And we have members of this board that are on the planning committee.
I remember some
So,
of the basics.
and so if Steve wanted us to, you know, to be there, to kind of listen to what you have to say,
Yeah.
so we'd certainly be willing to do
No,
that.
and they're excellent plans, and I don't need to gain much, I just want a place to fill with a landscape company. I can make things look incredible, and it's a craft, but I can make it look good, and then somebody else, I'll turn it over at cost. I'm not trying to make anything, I just want a convenient, close-by place to lose organic types of material, and lose all blacktop and concrete that Barney and Dickinson have a relationship with over there. So, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Frank is on the committee and Dave Cudgis are. So those two planning members oversee the planning department. And
Yeah.
maybe they can help facilitate a meeting for you.
Sure, that
Okay?
sounds great.
Talk to
Hey,
him
thanks,
after.
folks.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, we're gonna move on. Communications for filing, Mr. Augustini.
Make a motion that,
Did-
oh,
did-
sorry, I'm sorry.
Did we have anybody else that wanted to speak?
Well, we got another hearing of visitors we can
Okay.
move on to, but that
Okay.
one went on way over limit. So we're gonna move on to the rest of the agenda. Communications for filing, Mr. Augustini.
Oh, sorry, there is none tonight.
Communications for action, Mr. Augustini.
Make a motion that communications for action number 1 be referred to the town attorney, the town comptroller, the commissioner of public works, and the deputy commissioner of public works for sewer, and the town insurance carrier.
Second?
Wow. I don't know if I got all those, I hope so. A motion has been made by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Bertoni to refer action number 1 to the insurance carrier, the town attorney, the commissioner of public works, the deputy commissioner of sewer, and the town comptroller. Did I miss any?
That's it.
Insurance.
Oh, good.
You got it, you got it.
Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is referred. West Corners Fire District finalized 26, Tom, I'm
Yep.
sorry, go right ahead.
I'll make a motion that communications for action number 2 and number 3 be referred to the town comptroller.
Second?
Motion has been made by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Bertoni to refer action number 2 and 3 to the town comptroller. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? It is referred. Number 4,
Make a motion that communications for action number 4 be referred to the town attorney, the town comptroller, and the town planning director.
Second?
motion has been made by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Bertoni to refer action number 4 to the town attorney, the town comptroller, and the planning director. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is referred.
Make a motion that communications for action number 5 be referred to the Director of Parks and Recreation, and the Commissioner of Public Works.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Bertoni to refer action number 5 to the Commissioner of Public Works and the Deputy Commissioner of Parks and Recreation. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is referred. Petitions, Mr. Augustini.
No petitions tonight.
Committee, moving on to committee reports, environmental laws and legislation, Mr. Nurchie.
Nothing tonight.
Finance, Mr. Augustini, please.
Make a motion to approve the following budget transfer requests: decrease capital budgetary improvement line by $5,189.46, increase the paint and powder budgetary line by $5,189.46, decrease the equipment budgetary line by $23,000, increase the parts budgetary line by $23,000, decrease janitorial supplies budgetary line by $3,000, increase grounds equipment budgetary line by $3,000, decrease the property maintenance budgetary line by $5,268, increase the office equipment budgetary line by $5,268, decrease office equipment budgetary line by $600, increase office supplies budgetary line by $600, decrease professional services budgetary line by $5,000, increase parts budgetary line by $5,000, decrease services summer fund budgetary line by $1,200, increase recreation equipment budgetary line by $1,200.
Second.
You've heard the motion as presented by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Nurchie. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is approved.
Have a resolution to purchase one Kyocera copier for the cost of $5,268 to replace the Ricoh MPC 2051 that was purchased in 2011. This is to be paid from the Code Department budget. The Ricoh no longer carries toner cartridges and maintenance printing costs, which are excessive.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Augustini and seconded by Mr. Nurchie. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti.
Cudgis.
Aye.
Nurchie.
Aye.
Bertoni.
Aye.
Augustini.
Aye.
And Mack.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Capital projects tonight, Mr. Bertoni, please.
Yes, I have a resolution requesting approval for the attached amendment to the original Blanding Electric contract for the Fairview Pump Station rehab to bring the station up to code. The cost of the change order will be $28,988.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Bertoni and seconded by Mr. Augustini. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti.
Cudgis.
Aye.
Nurchie.
Aye.
Bertoni.
Aye.
Augustini.
Aye.
And Mack.
Aye. The resolution is adopted.
Have a motion requesting authorization to send 2 employees to J&J Equipment in Brewerton, New York on November 6, 2025 for training in our new sweeper. Use of a town vehicle is requested.
Second.
You've heard the motion as presented by Mr. Bertoni and seconded by Mr. Augustini.
Thanks.
Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 The motion is approved.
I have a motion to approve Brian Lucas, Susan Miller, and Thomas Payton to attend in-person training. The Niagara Frontier Building Officials Association is hosting the 2026 conference, January 26th through the 28th, 2026, for a total of 24 hours of annual coach training. The training fee is $390 per person. The total cost for 3 attendees is $1,170. Hotel accommodations is $126 per night for 3 nights for a total of $1,134. These annual training hours are mandated by New York State to maintain certification to enforce the New York State Uniform Prevention and Building Code, and the cost of this will include a per diem rate for each employee.
Second.
You've heard the motion as presented by Mr. Bertoni and seconded by Mr. Augustini. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is approved. Employees and safety tonight, Mr. Nurchie.
Nothing for tonight.
Parks and Recreation, Mr. Cudgis, please.
I have a resolution proposing a new charge for residents for the town's pickleball and volleyball programs. The new fee is residents $15 a month and non-residents $30 a month. The residents breakdown $15 a month times 6 months is $90 divided by 52 days of play, or $1.73 a day for 3 hours, an average of 58 cents an hour. And the non-resident breakdown, $30 a month for 6 months is $180 divided by 52 days of play, $3.46 a day for 3 hours, or $1.15 an hour. Further, the town proposes a pickleball and volleyball 6-month discounted season pass in the amount of $60 for town residents and $120 for non-residents.
You've,
Second.
thank you. You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Cudgis and seconded by Mr. Bertoni. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti?
Judges?
Aye.
Nerchi?
Aye.
Bertoni?
Aye.
Augustini?
Aye.
And Matt.
Aye, the resolution is adopted.
Have a resolution requesting authorization to approve the work of adding parking lot lights at Glendale Park. I've met with the following companies and have received the following quotes. I recommend T&B Electric to complete the work. Below are the quotes. T&B Electric, $9,000, Nelcorp, $10,250, and Matco, $13,450.88.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Cudgis and seconded by Mr. Bertoni. Are there any comments? I'm going to actually make one here to our students in the audience tonight because there's so many of you. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes we vote individually and sometimes we vote as a group when we say aye or nay. A resolution, we have to individually vote for each resolution. Resolutions usually are more important than a motion in the sense that they represent requiring us to pay money, to purchase something, to allow people to go to a training where it's gonna cost money. So Mr. Rindy used to love to put this as his extra credit question on his tests. What's the difference between a motion and a resolution? And always remember, a resolution usually involves an action involving money, and it also involves an individual vote from each board member. Okay? And we'll move on. Where was I? That was a comment. So now we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti?
Judges?
Aye.
Nerchi?
Aye.
Bertoni?
Aye.
Augustini?
Aye.
And Matt.
Aye. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution requesting authorization to purchase a Ventrac 4520 tractor with 2 attachments from Grasslands Equipment and Irrigation Corporation on Group 40625 Heavy Equipment. Award PGB-22792, New York State Contract PC 96682. The purchase totaling $51,846.15 will be charged to the grounds and equipment budgetary line.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Cudgis and seconded by Mr. Bertoni. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti?
Judges?
Aye.
Nerchi?
Aye.
Bertoni?
Aye.
Augustini?
Aye.
And Matt.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Planning and zoning tonight, Mr. Cudgis,
Have a
again.
resolution authorizing the town board to accept and file with the town clerk the town of Union's planning board's resolution of the change of ownership from the current manager and owner of membership interests in LSE Titan LLC and LSE Titan II LLC, an affiliate of Lodestar Energy, to an affiliate of GS Power Partners, who are finalizing a membership interest purchase and sale agreement, pursuant to which GSPP will become the new manager and owner of the membership interests in LSE Titan LLC and LSE Titan II LLC.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution as presented by Mr. Cudgis and seconded by Mr. Bertoni. Are there any comments? I'll just mention, John, this is the one up in your backyard. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti?
Judges?
Aye.
Nerchi?
Aye.
Bertoni?
Aye.
Augustini?
Aye.
Matt.
Aye. The resolution is adopted.
A resolution to call for a final 30-day public comment period and public hearing to solicit public input for an amendment to the FFY 2025-2026 Community Development Block Grant CDBG Annual Action Plan for Wednesday, December 17th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Amendment to the CDBG FFY 25-26 Action Plan Budget Transfer Number 1, decrease the CDBG Home Improvement Program by $30,000, increase the Western Broome Senior Center by $30,000, decrease the CDBG Demolition / Slum Blight by $20,000, increase Western Broome Senior Center by $20,000, decrease the CDBG Administration by $10,000, and increase Western Broome Senior Center by $10,000. Total budget transfer of $60,000.
Second,
No, he's got to keep
Hold on,
going.
Frank, I
Wait,
flip
hang
the
on.
page here. Budget transfer number 2.
I'm
Decrease
sorry.
CDBG Administration
I thought we had to do each one
$20,000. Increase Johnson City Senior Center ADA project by $20,000. Decrease CDBG Town of Union Street reconstruction by $20,000. Increase Johnson City Senior Center ADA project by $20,000. Decrease CDBG first-time home buyers by $10,000. Increase Johnson City Senior Center ADA project by $10,000. Total budget transfer of $50,000.
Second.
You've heard the proposed resolution is presented by Mr. Cudgis and seconded by Mr. Bertoni. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. Perfetti?
Hodges?
Aye.
Nucci?
Aye.
Bertoni?
Aye.
Augustini?
Aye.
And Matt.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. We have our second hearing of visitors right now. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes. If you'd like to speak to the board, come up and give us your name and address. Anything else you'd like to bring up?
I guess just a clarification, you said that you would take the non-residents, might suggest the non-residents fee under advisement, but. you just
Well,
voted on that.
we had discussed it extensively tonight earlier. I don't think I said we listened. I didn't say we were gonna change it.
Your word
Well,
And we will, and we.
well,
and
none
we-
of us voted to
and
change it.
we can change it if, at a future time,
Is
if
that
we
something that
deem
you would
appropriate.
Still consider?
It's possible, we'd have to discuss
It
it.
has to be discussed. Some of us feel that taxpayers in the town of Union need to get a much bigger break than non-residents. And we hear this, you're here advocating for non-residents. You're the first non-resident person I have ever heard
No,
from.
she's a resident.
No, I'm sorry. You're the first person advocating for non-residents I have ever heard from in 15 years of.
Well, I just
in-
think
in-
it's the right thing to do.
Well,
when they
and
don't
we
have
feel,
the
we,
resources that
I- at least myself, I feel that the people paying taxes here need to get something for that money. And people coming from Vestal or Binghamton or someplace else, those programs, those towns all charge a very hefty fee for non-residents to be in their programs. We're still very, very reasonable. And we do, you know, we have many programs, and whether it's the summer fun programs that are basically large summer daycare programs, or even using the swimming pool. The residents pay, non-residents pay double to go to the pool. And it's not, we're not choosing to persecute your group. It's across the board that, and some of us feel very strongly about it, and we feel that if we could, we'd like residents to pay nothing.
Well, and, which, I mean, I have no problem paying the you know, the fee structure that we
Yeah.
presented tonight. I think that's more than fair.
Yeah.
But I know that some of the, knowing where some of our non-residents players live, their towns don't have this kind of a program. They don't have the resources, they don't have the numbers, they don't have the ability to do that, which is why they're driving in from Newark Valley and
Okay.
Indian Point and places like that. And I would just like. to
I mean,
see that
truthfully, if some of your people had a real hardship paying it, I'd be willing to take a look at whether or not we would waive the fees for them, if they wanted to come in and talk about it and bring us their tax return or something. It sounds ridiculous, but if someone really can't afford it, I'd be more than happy to see if we could accommodate them.
All right, thank you.
You can
Okay.
pay it for them.
I would be willing to, you know? I mean, I wouldn't want to pay it for 100 people, but if it was a few of them, I would be happy to pay it myself, to tell you the truth.
Not being over.
I'll pay for 100 people if.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I'd be happy to pay for it too, if that was the case. Go ahead.
Dennis Chavez, 902 Springview Drive, Endicott, New York. Kind of along the lines, not that I don't disagree with you. But there are some programs for adults that are team-based that don't have a resident, non-resident.
They're renting the gym by the hour.
No, they're, the ones that I saw on the website have a team fee. The 18 and over basketball, like the young kids, have a $600 team fee. And I'm assuming that it's a team fee, so you don't know whether they're resident or non-residents. Just saying.
I don't think that's our,
That's on the website as of 5 o'clock this
No,
evening.
it probably is.
yeah, but
We run the league.
we run the league. but
Right.
They're renting the
You
gym
get-
by the hour.
Yeah.
That fee,
That fee incorporates just
the
the
hourly fee.
rental of it.
Well, that's a really low price then, because you're buying T-shirts, you're getting officials, which are gonna probably cost you 25, 30 bucks a game. And when you equate that over what you're asking seniors to pay, it's
Well,
not necessarily
I
the
guess
best
it-
deal that-
I guess it comes down to the hours that they're in the gym, I don't know.
right, but something to look at.
Okay. I just know the difference between the team groups are they're paying for the gym. You have that option. It's $35 an hour, plus you have to get your own insurance. And do the math on that. It doesn't work for your group, Dennis. You get the gym 3 hours a day, right? $35 for 3 hours. And then you got the $350 insurance fee. And you gotta add that up and spread it among 12 or 15 or 20 people.
Well, that's the difference in we're just worried about having the numbers.
I got it.
To even use the gym, otherwise it's gonna be vacant.
Yeah. Well, we think we made, with that season pass, we really tried hard to make it attractive. Okay, go ahead, John.
John Rhodes Road, Johnson City. Just a clarification, thanks for the heads up, by the way. Lodestar came to this committee and the people, the residents, and promised us
The moon
pretty much the moon.
and the stars.
They were gonna do this, they were gonna put extra tiles in, you guys all know the story. They did work with us at the time, trying to keep everybody happy, which was well appreciated, and they were complimented on it. But now that they're gonna be selling this property, there in no way, this new company is helped by their agreement, unless it's on the planning board just to put in what was gonna be put in originally, correct?
No, they have to follow whatever.
Whatever's in writing, they have to follow.
That's what I'm saying. What they originally came to the board with was a few, outlines of where the fencing and stuff was gonna be. But then they promised that they're gonna put some thicker drain tiles in because of the flood
Yeah,
situation.
well, that should be all in the records.
What, if it was updated?
Yeah,
Oh.
that should be all in the records with the planning board.
Okay. So-
Whatever is in the original record from Lodestar transfers to the new.
That I'd
the new
understand, that
entity.
they would be liable, to agreement. All right. All right, thank you.
Yep. Okay. Gonna call, anybody else tonight? Okay, we're gonna call that, close that hearing. Department reports on file. Mr. Augustini.
Make a motion that department reports 1, 2, and 3 be accepted and placed on file in the town clerk's office.
Second?
You've heard the motion by Mr. Augustini, seconded by Mr. Bertoni, to receive and file department reports 1 through 3. Are there any comments? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is approved. Council comments tonight. Mr. Bertoni, please.
Yes, I have a couple. I would like to congratulate my grandson Luca for winning the IAC cross-country championship up in Marathon. Came in first place with probably 100 and some runners. It was a big day for our family. My son Dan Bertoni coaches cross-country for UE, so it was a proud moment for him.
He's only
As-
10, isn't he?
12.
12. Oh,
12.
wow.
He's only in 7th grade, yeah, so.
Great,
And then-
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great day for us. Then on Friday, as you know, I volunteered to operate the carousel. That was a unique experience. And we had probably 100 riders in the rain. It was really well worth doing. And everybody was real appreciative. And that was a great day.
And you didn't lose any, nobody got hurt, nobody got killed?
No, I was surprised. I didn't have a whistle or anything. I'm like, please don't get hurt, please, don't," you know? And then on Saturday, they had the stack championship at Ann McGinnis School, and I worked at that. Probably was about 1,500, maybe 2,000 people there. And that was a real big day for the Union Endicott school system to sponsor that, and the meet went great. So I had a pretty busy week.
And that was a beautiful day, too, to be running.
Yeah,
It
it
was a nice
was.
day. Yeah. Mr. Augustini?
So I think the last meeting, I didn't recognize anyone's life, and I
No,
got
first time-
heckled, I got
first time-
heckled a little bit.
First time in years.
So
That's
I'll
right.
make up for it. So, there were a lot of very nice, well-known community people who passed away in the last few weeks. So Ellen Coyne from Johnson City, passed away, heavily involved in St. James Church for a very long time, always thinking of other people, donating her time, her resources to the unfortunate. So condolences to her husband, Jack, and her 3 kids, Chris, John, and Jen. Rose DePietro from Endicott passed away last week, long career at IBM, and then I think she worked for the Village of
She worked for the
Endicott.
Village of Endicott.
Yeah,
too.
right?
Yeah, long
That's right.
time.
Yeah,
I didn't
when,
realize that, yeah.
Mary Jane Sedlak.
Yeah, she worked with Mary Jane.
Yeah, so, very nice woman, terrific member of the Endicott community. So condolences to her 7 children.
Big family.
Big,
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
very
all
nice.
nice people.
All nice, yeah. And then from Enwell, Jamie Edwards. Jamie Edwards probably 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, thought everything about sports. He refereed a couple different sports, was the bookkeeper, timekeeper at a lot of Maine Enwell basketball games. Really just a terrific guy. Very nice man. Long career in sales, building supplies, so condolences to his three children. And then
He lived across the street from me.
He did,
On
right?
Edward Street
Yeah,
for a long time.
yeah. Right, he was
Nice
good friends
guy.
with Steve Pavlovich.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And then Mr. Spera, Herman Spera, Sonny Spera's dad, passed away recently. Air Force veteran, over 30 years at IBM, and then I think he became a home builder after his IBM days. So
He had to be in his 90s.
he was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Right. Because I mean, yeah, Sonny's got to be in his 60s. Yeah.
He's my age, yeah.
Yeah. And so condolences to Mr. Spera's first wife, and then second wife, and then his daughter Gail, and second daughter Sharon, and then Sonny. Who else did? And then I just learned of this. I don't know how I missed it, but Jean Labar passed away.
I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I saw it. It was probably
Yeah.
a good month ago.
Yeah, Gene worked at IBM for a long time, heavily involved in CYO, a lot of different sports, was a county legislator. His, survived by his wife Nancy, who was on this town board.
She was a town council
Yeah,
woman.
for a term. Gene, very nice guy, and then after IBM, I think he worked with your brother up at William H. Lane.
Yes.
And I don't know if
Yeah.
they still have it, but they used to have the Kelly Labar race.
They still do.
And
Yeah, they still do.
That was his daughter,
Yeah,
who died very
they
young.
had the race, yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah, at the Speedy Fest weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so condolences to Nancy and their son Byron and the LeVar family.
Good. Okay. Mr. Nurchi, you got anything for us tonight?
No, nothing, and thank you to Mr. Augustini for the update.
Okay. He keeps us from reading the
Keeps us
obituaries.
involved, he keeps us informed.
Mr. Cudgis.
Hopefully, he'll declare me dead one day.
Don't wish
It's
for
not
that.
official. It's not
Okay.
official until I memorialize.
That's right, that's right. It's not
I
a-
did want to.
And nothing from
I
me
did
other
wanna-
than thank you for coming in, students and everybody else. Thank you for coming to the town board meeting. Mr. Augustini, could we adjourn this meeting, please?
Make a motion to adjourn at 7:57 PM.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned.
If anybody